I don't give a fuck if TikTok hears me.
All right, shh. What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 89 of Psychotic and Iconic. Thank you to everybody that's tuned into our live stream tonight. Paul's here along with my co-hosts Nick Theories, Mikey P, and Philly Phil. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms. Mikey P, start us off, baby.
Happy almost 1 year anniversary to P and I, Psychotic and Iconic. Our 1 year is on Saturday, so this will be our 1 year show, okay? This will be our 1 year show. June 25th last year. Oh, Nick Theory's birthday.
We were born.
Is when we were born.
That's when we were born.
That's a hell of a birthday gift.
Well, look, year 2 is going to be crazy. I'm slinging heavy dick in year 2. That's fucking real shit. You're going to watch. You're going to see. This is the best fucking podcast in the game, and we're going to prove that shit episode in and episode out. So be sure to check us out. I'm telling you guys, we're on the rise.
What do you need?
And that's really the bottom line. You good?
My earphone's cutting out.
Looking to see where you're capping.
Can you hear it?
How about now?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, good.
All right, right.
We need you.
So actually, that leads us into our first update of the night, our show schedule. And we told you that there might be something coming. We are off. So this is our last show for the next 2 weeks. We will not be live next week. We will not be live the following week. Because we earned a fucking vacation, and we're going to take it. Pause. Okay? But when we come back, it's the start of year 2. It's the start of NFL training camp. It's going to be a fucking wild time, and it's going to be nonstop for what, 6 months? It's going to be insane. Because we got July, we got August, and then we got every month this season. So we got about 6 months straight, and it's going to be nonstop coverage. I mean, we do all sports here, but you guys know, everybody that watches us know, we take football to another level. So it's going to be insane. So reminder, this is the last show for the next 2 weeks. We will obviously keep you updated. P and I is going on vacation to celebrate 1 year together. All right? It's beautiful.
Job well done, boys.
Good shit.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you guys. That was the fastest year of my life, and it doesn't even compare to anything.
And we're just getting started.
The fastest year of my life. I blinked, and then it's like, damn, dude, it's already been a year. Like, yo, we've been potting for a year for real.
It's unbelievable.
Yo, it's crazy. We just need to get fucking. You know what it is, bro? We're just underrated. And year 2, we're gonna fucking pop. You wanna know why I say that? Who the fuck comes here in a studio and pods? Every time I see these podcasts, they're behind computer screens and shit. We're in the fucking trenches. We're in the flesh. If we're debating, it's face to face. I don't give a fuck who it is. You want to line up across the table from me and pod? Let's do it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get that anywhere else. But you get it here at P&I, and that's why we're the GOAT. And we're going to prove it to you again in year fucking 2. So stay tuned.
Louder.
That's how I fucking feel,
I love it. And there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we are not at luxury to say just yet. But you'll hear it soon. You'll hear. There's a lot going on, okay? Stay tuned. Otherwise, we got to get into it because there's a lot of shit going on tonight. All right? So this episode 89 of Psychotic and Iconic, is brought to you by Prize Picks, your home for daily fantasy sports. New players who sign up today using our promo code ICONIC receive 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy. Also, we're live right now at the Props Network at propshq.com, where you need to go and subscribe and keep up with everything going on at P&I, because there's a lot, okay? So go over to propshq.com right now. Last but not least, before we get into the actual material, see this merch we're wearing? Theories, what is it called?
Fantastic fabric.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
go
miss
ahead.
my
You
words
could.
either.
So I got the black long sleeve on. Paul's has the gray short sleeve. Theories has the black short sleeve. So we have merch. We got a lot of it. We just made a massive bulk order, and yes, it's in high demand. Short sleeve tees, black and gray. Black and gray everything, by the way. Short sleeve, long sleeve, hoodies, tanks.
It's the perfect
Okay?
T-shirt to wear
Rubbers.
at a barbecue and 4th of July. You know what I mean? Like, if you ever wear, like, you want to wear a comfortable tee when you go out, you know what I mean, to the boardwalk or down the shore, get yourself a P&I T-shirt and go rep us down the shore.
Tank
whatever
for the
you
beach.
Do. Yeah, whatever you do.
You know?
Yeah.
And we even have mugs. We don't have them at our table today, but we even have personalized mugs if you want them. They are white, and you can get your name on it.
Oh,
okay?
yeah. Phil. And also, don't forget, you can get this Goatee-Worn shirt. $250. Right off my beautiful body. $250 for a Goatee-Worn shirt.
It's going for more on eBay. All right?
It's an
That's a
eBay one of
discount.
one.
Yeah, it's going for more on eBay.
It's a one of one.
Yeah.
Game worn.
Goatee-Worn.
Scarcity-
That's what it is.
scarcity matters.
Goatee-Worn fucking pod fucking shirt.
I hate you.
P&I Goatee-Worn. You ain't beating that, bro. One of one. $250. You better up that fucking price.
Bro, I got
That's
sudden
generous.
hearing loss.
Oh shit, my bad.
Scarcity matters. We say that all the time.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Better up that price, man. You're selling yourself short.
Now, now, for the actual show, we got some introduction material here. Mr. Theories, your Avs in 5 pick is looking really good, even though last night ended with controversy.
I was nervous.
Okay?
I was checking the score. I was like, man, am I a jinx? I started thinking, man, yo, am I a fucking hex
Put
now?
the fucking hex on.
Because they were up 2-0, and now I'm like, oh shit. And then at one point, Tampa Bay was actually winning the game 2-1.
Tampa was winning the whole game.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh shit. I was like, yo, I really cursed the Avalanche.
The Avs come back in the third. They send it to OT, and they win on a very controversial goal. Too many men on the ice was not called. They had 6 players on the ice. They let the goal stand. And here we are. Avs are up 3-1 going home. The champions' backs are against the wall. I'm not going to give you a pick because that game's in a couple. I don't even know when it is. Shit. I'm trying to ignore the fact that my pick could be wrong.
I already told you my pick. I'm staying with it. I'm concrete too. I'm going
Don't-
Avs in 5.
Don't doubt the champions, though. Don't doubt it.
Yeah,
I love-
I'm just gonna jinx the hell out of this team.
Hey, relax. You did this already once.
I did. I know.
You did this already once. There you go. The next game is tomorrow at 8 p.m. And I am not sure where I'm going yet with this. So I'm just going to say, though, your pick is looking very good. And they're going back to Colorado. But I'm not going to make a pick here today.
Family, yo, we got pizza on this. Remember that? Yeah.
Shit.
I ain't forget it, bro. I keep my
I
receipts.
should just pay for your pizza tonight then.
All right, yo, that's enough hockey. Let's do
There you
something
go.
that I give a fuck about.
Oh, all
right.
then, yeah.
How about-
Turn me up.
Okay.
How
Okay.
Wait,
Why
did
are
you
we
guys
doing
see
this?
Arch
Okay.
Manning? Arch Manning commits to Texas.
I got that card.
Yo,
don't you?
I bought his I can't think of the name
high
of it right
school?
now. I bought his high school card.
You were a
Mark Bishop.
smart man then. He's going to be very good. But he went to Texas over Bama and Georgia.
Yeah, why would he go play for Nick Saban after all that shit he said this year?
But he picked Texas, though.
Hook 'em.
Texas?
Hey, now if he turns that program around, he's got the talent to do. He's fucking good.
Hook 'em. Paul.
He's ready.
I got the
ready.
hook.
Well, that's just about all the time we're going to spend on Arch Manning because that book's not written yet. But that's interesting. Okay, last but not least, the NBA draft is live right now. And we are going to update you live with anything crazy going on, okay? The first 3 picks should probably not be a surprise. It's going to be what? Smith, Holmgren, and Banchero, right? I think Smith already got picked. But can someone check that for me? It's not updating. I'm on dial-up. Oh, I didn't even. The pick's not in yet.
I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like this
You know
draft
how long
class,
they take.
This draft class is not exciting for me.
It's top 3, and then what? I mean, I really don't even.
Like
don't
I
care.
mean, yeah, I'm not really like too. I'm not really like all in on this
You know who
draft.
I think is really being
weird.
overblown?
Who?
Chet Holmgren. I think he's middies.
You think he's middies?
I don't
You
know.
think he's like a Jimmer Fredette?
No, he looks sweet.
Yeah, he does look sweet. But yeah, he could probably ball.
No, I can't see him. I can't see him getting on a court with grown ass men.
He's 7 foot tall though. He's
Yeah.
just got to
Yeah,
fill
but
out.
he's built like Scafidi. Oh,
Well, the last time, listen,
crazy.
if he goes 2,
That's crazy.
the last time OKC took a 7-footer who could shoot supposedly,
if he goes
his
to,
name is Kevin Durant.
if he goes to OKC, I'll like him more because they don't miss on draft picks.
I guess we'll see what happens then. I don't know, but it sounds like those three are firm picks. And right before the show started, let me read this headline, and we're not going to spend time on this unless something actually happens. But
Headlines.
Kyrie is expected to leave the Nets now. It's an expectation that he will leave the Nets and try to find a new team via opt-in and trade, according to Shams.
Unfinished business.
They are going to be fucking trash if he goes there.
You're fucking crazy.
They're going to be fucking trash. He is
And we
gonna
have a
ruin that.
surprise. First pick was Banchero. Paolo Banchero from Duke.
I don't give a-
Just went number one. He was
don't give
supposed
a
to go three.
to the Rockets.
Wow. All right. So that's the first thing.
No. I'm not done with this fucking Kyrie shit.
Oh, yeah, he's expected to leave. And KD is checking in everywhere else.
I just saw a list. He has pretty much half the league on his fucking wish list.
The Sixers are there,
He's got the teams like the Lakers,
pass.
the Clippers, the Heat, the Knicks, the Mavericks, and the Sixers. Hold on. You're telling what does all these teams have in common except for one? Championship pedigree.
Yeah.
The Knicks haven't won shit in a long ass time.
No, but he.
So what does that tell me? He don't give a fuck about winning.
No. He does because he
you-
would go to
you-
the Knicks so he could stay close to home.
What does that mean? You ain't winning shit.
I understand that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He don't care about winning then. If New York Knicks are on your wish list,
It's just stay in
amongst
Brooklyn
these,
at that point.
it's like all right. Do I want to win
right.
or do I want to stay home? It's like to me it doesn't even make any sense.
He's going to the Lakers.
Good.
I think so,
I
too.
hope. I fucking hope.
So do I.
I hope,
So do
bro.
I, because I will be fucking relentless.
I
You
can't
thought
wait.
I was insufferable?
I can't wait.
In the past, I will be insufferable.
Oh, bro, I'm ready though, bro.
I can't wait to see you
I'm
two
built
have a
different
war
over
over
here
I
on
want
this
all
side.
that energy.
I'm built different on this side.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you two have a war over this.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't
want
wait.
that energy.
But
Me too.
if we're being honest, that would be a blessing for the Lakers, and I can't even believe I'm saying it, but that would actually give them some hope.
Who would they give up?
Otherwise, they're fucked.
They would do a salary dump with Russ. They would do like Russ and one of those first round picks. They would probably dump them. I don't know where they would
Three-team
dump
deal.
them. Yeah.
Back to OKC.
Probably back to OKC. And then, because they'll take
Retire
the draft
there.
pick.
It'll
They'll
be a
take the
nice
draft
send-off for the guy.
Yeah. But
Right?
AD, LeBron, and Kyrie is a serious big three, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Serious.
I know.
They're the best team in the West.
as
I know.
long as they play enough
And
games.
and that's what they said about the Nets with Harden, KD, and Kyrie.
There's a big difference, though. The Nets didn't have a leader, which I tried telling you. KD is not him.
You're going by Kyrie's behavior with LeBron. This is before he was even shot out.
No, yeah, I know that. But
When he
if
won
anyone
that
can
title, that's when he fucking collapsed.
let me ask you a question. If you're shot out and you have a true leader guiding you, you could reel that in.
It ain't gonna be as quickly as you think, bro. This dude was walking on the court with Sage.
Yeah, hey,
Come on, fam.
He was
You think
getting rid
he's
of
gonna
bad
flip the
energy.
switch like that? No
he was
fucking
getting rid
way.
of bad energy.
He's not flipping a switch like that. There's no shot.
He got rid of bad energy. I commend him. I'm a
He-
Kyrie guy
He
now.
should go see Tony Robbins
oh,
or
no,
somebody.
you better take that
He
back.
should go see Gary Vaynerchuk and fucking Tony Robbins and get some motivation in him. He's a strange
Goggins.
Yeah, he needs
dude. Yeah, and Goggins.
help.
Goggins, yeah.
Seek help.
Seek.
Well, yeah, like why would you want him? Like you're telling me that like the Lakers can't get anybody like better for their culture than Kyrie.
They don't need it with LeBron. LeBron is the culture.
Oh my God. Jesus.
You just know what's coming, and you're worried.
I'm not worried at
it's
all.
Okay, I'm here
honestly
for you.
not worried.
Wait, can I ask you
can see
guys
it
a
on my
question?
face, I ain't worried about shit.
We'll see.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm not worried.
We're coming.
Because Kevin Durant already seems to have a suitcase packed.
Yeah, he's coming to the Sixers.
I was just going to ask you where you think he's going.
Who?
Kevin Durant.
You think so?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Who do you
That
think,
would be
Theories?
crazy, man. If he can.
Now, I truthfully
Don't say no.
No,
That's
but-
not, I mean,
No, my true
It's not
my true
out of the
thought-
realm.
No, my true thought is the Heat. But I do think the Sixers can be in the mix because the Sixers have somebody that the Heat don't have. Tyrese Maxey. And yes, I would give him up for Kevin Durant and pack his shit and take him to the airport.
You know where he's going, bro?
Where are you going now?
Golden
I
State.
can't wait to No, hell
don't
no.
even say it.
Yeah, I think KD's going to the Mavericks, bro.
Oh, my God. That would be unfair.
I think he's going to the Mavericks. Him, Luka, and Christian Wood. Hey, fam, you want to talk about a big three?
Good luck.
that would
yeah.
be filthy.
It would be them. It would be. They're going to the Western Conference Final.
I don't see where you capping.
Easily.
Facts. And they're going to get Brunson back.
Yeah, and Durant
Brunson's coming back.
Durant doesn't need the ball. He's a perfect player alongside Luka. Perfect.
Fam.
That's scary. Well, now we promised a football-heavy show. We promised we're going to finish our NFL QB tiers today. But first, Philly Phil, you got to hit the fucking music.
I will be so insufferable.
I know.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
I'm
about
gonna
it.
buckle up.
I'm rooting for it, bro.
Will you be as more insufferable than you are with Baker Mayfield?
I'm telling you right
Oh
now.
my God, yeah.
I'm telling
shit.
you right now.
You gotta understand,
We're
LeBron's my
fucked.
favorite athlete.
Nah, hell no. If that shit is a disaster, he better not show up.
That's not gonna be a disaster.
Better not show up.
That's not gonna be a disaster.
Because, bro, I am gonna be on your ass, bro. Pause.
Looking
back
forward to it.
But vice versa.
Philly.
Oh my God,
It's
they
gonna be
start
fun.
winning. They
Oh,
start
I
out the
can't
season
wait.
15-3.
I can't wait.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Clips galore.
If they go 0-1, I'm gonna go bananas.
I know. It's gonna be every night.
I'm gonna go fucking crazy.
Well, fellas, we have to start with it's not so breaking anymore, but Rob Gronkowski, Gronk himself.
He coming back.
I know, but I have to, I got to do my job here. All right. Jesus Christ. Philly, you want to bring up the graphic?
It is.
Gronky.
We're gonna flag Gronk for cornball activity.
Nah.
Fuck,
Hold
wow.
on. We're gonna talk about it.
That guy right
we'll
there?
dive into it.
That guy right there. That's a legend right there. Gronk officially, as of now, has retired from the NFL for the second time in his career. And that's the post right there. I mean, it was nice. It was a really nice post, right? You guys read it. I'm not going to read it to the audience.
Yeah, no, you don't.
That's fucking crazy.
I mean, he's the fucking man, all right? I love Gronk. All right, so happy trails for now. I'll see you in a couple months.
Yeah,
But-
he retired from off-season workouts.
Yeah, I mean, here, Adam Schefter, literally right afterwards, reported. Here we go. Hold on. Oh, it's not showing up.
Is that it?
You want to bring that up? Yeah, there you go. So Drew Rosenhaus said, that's Gronk's agent. It would not surprise me if Tom Brady calls him during the season to come back and Rob answers the call. Okay? And then right after that, Tom Brady posted something on social, some funny ass meme of a guy on a phone. So we know it's inevitable. I hope he comes back. But for now, okay, Philly, you want to bring up the stats graphic? Because we have to show this. I mean, this is just otherworldly.
Wait, is that the third one?
Yes, sir. All right, we're up in the graphic game over here at P&I. Look at this resume. Look at this guy. 4-time champion. 4-time first-team All-Pro. 5-time Pro Bowl. 92 receiving touchdowns. Most 100-yard receiving games by a tight end. And as much fun as anyone.
He's the best tight end in the world.
No one's going to argue with that.
In
Look,
history.
I don't think it's particularly close, in my opinion. I
don't
mean,
either.
the dude missed the equivalent of 4 seasons with the injuries that he had. I mean, and look at those numbers.
In his prime,
I mean,
find me one guy that is as unstoppable as him.
you
He
can't.
was unreal. I mean, think about it. Think about the offense he was in too. It was just a tight end driven offense. There was a play action driven offense. The Patriots never had that wide receiver, while Gronk was there. Exactly, to literally take away some pressure off of him. He was always getting, he was the guy.
How many seasons was Aaron Hernandez there?
I think he was there for 3.
3 seasons. Then he got his and then he got his big deal.
Yeah.
And then he did
Yeah.
what he did. But that's it. I mean, he was literally unstoppable. Unstoppable.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the gist of it. I don't think we got to spend too much
Yeah,
time
no.
because we three, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. We expect him to be back.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit more uncertain today than it was before. I mean, I would have thought that he'd just hold out and not sign until August. But him putting this out there, either he's just going to come back and mock Tom Brady for doing the same thing, or
100%.
it's probably a joke.
He's calculated.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either, though.
It's funny. I don't know how I feel. I mean, Gronk. I feel like I should be upset. Gronk's one of my favorite players, dude.
You're not upset because you know it's not.
Yeah,
over.
it's weird. I feel like, am I being played? But if he actually really did retire, I would be like, damn, yo, that's an emotion that I wanted to have.
I
You know what
feel
I mean?
like he'll give it one more go.
As a fan of the player,
Honestly,
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like retiring
I don't
now
know.
is for
Me.
attention.
Maybe.
no, I don't think attention matters.
Bro, everybody retires and comes back.
It's become corny. It has. I mean, Brady.
Flagged for cornball activity.
Flag for cornball activity.
Yeah, whereas Brady, I don't think he ever wanted to retire.
Really?
Well, now he's making fun of it on his new
No.
what's it called? Commercials. The car,
Hertz.
yeah, Hertz commercials.
Yeah.
It's a good commercial.
It's
Give him credit.
Great.
It's good. And he's making fun of his own retirement. So there's that. There's Gronk, TB12. He will be calling. All right, Philly Phil. You know what? Fuck it. Put on some Fly Eagles Fly. All right, because we got some Eagles talk before we get into the quarterbacks. And this is justified, okay? We saved this. I know it's a little late. Less than a week old, though. The Philadelphia Eagles have signed safety Jaquiski Tart, formerly of the 49ers. Very underrated player to round out the safety group. It's a one-year deal, but I mean,
It's a good deal.
I honestly didn't even know he was available. I thought, if you had asked me, I thought he received an extension already. So he's betting on himself, obviously.
He's a good player.
He's a good player. He's going to be great in run support. I mean, look, the Marcus Epps talk was getting a little out of control. Listen, I hope he's good. But you're asking a lot out of him. So it's a necessary signing. It was literally the only weakness left on the roster. So I kind of have a follow-up here. I mean, is there anything else that you would do between now and the start of the season if you were the Eagles? What else would you add if you had a choice right now? What would you do?
I get another wide receiver.
Like who?
I'm aggressive like that, man. Like I feel like it's a passing league. Fuck it. Get another wide receiver. You get AJ Brown, you get fucking Devontae Smith, and you get somebody in the slot. I don't know who you can get in the slot, but somebody
I'm fine with
that can.
Yeah, his name's Quez Watkins.
I don't give a fuck who it is. I mean, if he was that guy, I mean, last year he would have been that guy.
Nah, it's different now though, because you have two receivers on the outside and a tight end that demands attention.
But if he's that guy, he should get his no matter
He
what.
will now.
I think
Now,
he was anyway
he's a system
before.
player then.
Yeah, like Edelman.
All right.
I'm happy with
Edelman.
him as number 3.
Yeah.
He was number 1.
Yeah, but he was a slot guy.
He started off as like 4th, 5th on the depth chart for a couple
And then
years.
he became number 1.
Yeah, I guess
and won a
that's-
bowl.
I guess that's a bad comparison, but I just feel like
Different. They're different players.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
an
I was-
damn Edelman.
Yeah.
I'm happy with wide receiver, honestly. I think the only thing I'd maybe do is, consider possibly trading Andre Dillard. But I wouldn't be so quick to do it. I would do it if there's a great deal on the table. Otherwise, I'm not going out to sign anybody. Not right now, at least. I like it.
Yeah, no, I think
That
we're
was
good.
it.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking we're good.
So, where would you rank their roster versus the rest of the league? And you could do it with quarterback and without quarterback. Where does their roster rank?
I think they're
Top 10 for me with quarterback.
I was gonna
I
say-
think top 5 if you exclude Jalen Hurts. That's how good the roster
I
is.
would say they're a 10 to 12 rank.
With him?
Oh yeah,
What about without him?
without him.
If you had to ignore the position, which you can't, but
If I had
we
to-
will here
If I
because
had
we
to
do what we
ignore the
want.
position, I mean, I might move it up like 2 spots maybe.
They're a
but
top
nothing-
5 roster.
I think their roster's great, but like I said, I'm a believer in Jalen Hurts. Like I don't think that Jalen Hurts is going to be the reason the team fails. I really don't. And I know that might be a little bit different than what other people say. Such, you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah,
move
well,
that
I-
from 10 to 5.
Yeah.
But I don't like. I think that team rallies around him. He is a leader of men. He has that locker room.
And listen, I expect some sort of growth from him. Will it be enough? Who knows? I'd rather wait and see before I go too far. But the roster is fucking loaded. Theories, your thoughts, roster rank with and without Jalen Hurts.
I would say they're a top 10 regardless, with and
Regardless?
without. Yeah. Because, here's the thing. We don't know what Hurts is. We don't know. Like, we saw him for 1 year, but that's it. Just the sample size is too small enough for me to actually give him, like, some major flack. You know what I mean? And not for nothing, he made the playoffs. He ain't no Justin Middies Fields. He's fucking middies.
He's more than.
I'm not ready to say that.
He's middies. And I said that on Twitter, too, and I was arguing with people on there. But, yeah, I think he's mids. I do. Because if he wasn't, the Bears would be competitive. It's like saying, if you put Mahomes on the Bears.
Small sample size.
But if you put Mahomes in his second year on the Bears, I can guarantee you they wouldn't have the same record.
I'm sure.
Sure.
But they definitely look better with him than without him.
I got to be honest with you.
But
I'm
it's
just not a fan.
It's just a small sample.
I just think he's an athletic guy, and he's going to get exposed, and that's what I think. I saw it last year. Pick
It's too
six,
soon
pick
for me to
six,
tell.
pick. And now he don't have a roster around him. He's cooked.
Well, I'm
I feel
definitely
bad for
worried
him.
about that. I'm definitely worried
for
about
sure.
that.
I feel bad for him. But the Eagles, going back to the Eagles, I think they're a top 10 roster. I think Jalen Hurts is going to do really well this year. I'm actually a really big believer too, as Powell said. I am curious about their running back situation. Like, I feel like it's always cloudy. Like, I don't know. I feel like the Eagles always have like 3 or 4 running backs. We need to get back to that guy. You know, who is that guy? Like a LaShawn McCoy, a Brian Westbrook, a guy that you can rely on.
Like Garrett Blount.
For no matter what. Yeah, like somebody that's going to be a number 1 no matter fucking
He
what.
might be traded.
here.
And I know people love Miles Sanders and shit, but like
gonna say
he's been here for a minute, bro. He hasn't taken the reins.
That's such a Howie move.
That's what
I
I'm
wouldn't
saying.
count on Kareem Hunt though, because, I mean,
Oh, I
negative press.
I think that's kind. I mean, it
Negative press,
is,
why?
but I feel like
He's a woman beater.
that shit's forgotten.
Oh, that's sad. I mean,
No, I
I
do
know,
not
but
blow
I'm
that
just
out of
saying.
context.
I know he's not getting talked about, but they do have to get rid of a running back, and you could probably get Dearness Johnson for cheaper. Honestly, they have a great running back room in Cleveland, but I do think that they'll maybe consider adding a bruiser. I do think also though that they're excited about Miles Sanders, and he's in a contract year, which is great.
And he gonna be middies as shit.
Yeah, but second in the league in yards per carry. So really the key thing here is he needs to stay healthy on the field. And we need to see if he's worth extending. Because if he's healthy, he's shown he could play. He needs to be available.
Here's the thing.
So
He is entering a contract year, and what Howie Roseman did couldn't have been more perfect for him. Because you have 2 guys on the outside that are able to stretch the field. You bring Quez inside that can also stretch the field, and Dallas Goedert. So if you're running, the 2 guys on the outside are running straight, those 2 guys are running outs, Miles Sanders should be able to wiggle in the middle.
plus you got the best offensive line of football and a quarterback who can run. So I mean,
There's no excuse. There's no
The
excuse for him.
success is always there. It's just a matter of will he get enough work, and will he be healthy? That's really it.
So
the production's there when he's in the lineup.
Here's the one thing I have
That's proven.
about, like you
I know
said
you guys don't love him, but
Yeah, no, what you said
That's
about
proven.
him getting work, that's one thing that does concern me, because you don't go sign A.J. Brown and intend to run 30 times a game.
my guess.
You don't do that.
I mean, look, they
You
should
wanna
be
give
they should be
Dallas
giving
Goedert
they should be
48.
giving the running back room 20 to 25 touches a game. If you're not doing that, then you're not doing it right.
So that would be
because you're
50-50.
gonna get Jalen Hurts exposed, and we saw it last year. So I would dial it back a little bit, where they went from like, they went from pass heavy all of a sudden to carrying the ball 35, 40 times. Drop that down to a reasonable number, but still you need to run the football.
I know,
because
but I
you have to
guarantee
you have to let him be comfortable.
Hurts is not throwing any less than 25, 30 times a game.
Yeah, I think it'll be like, ideal ratio would be like 30 passes, 25 runs a game. I don't know.
I would be cool with that.
But I mean, that's 55 plays. Yeah, so I mean, it depends. Depends on the
You
game.
normally run
But,
55 to 65 plays, you would say,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
that
depends.
range, yeah.
I mean,
Depends.
I'm just not excited about Miles Sanders. Do you know how many touchdowns he had last year?
2.
0. Rushing and receiving combined, 0.
He stinks.
Yeah, but these are touchdowns.
You know how many touchdowns Boston Scott had? Just rushing?
Probably 8.
7.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I don't get it. When I watch Boston Scott play, and this is not a debate.
But it's
I'm
not,
just saying,
it's not all about scoring touchdowns.
No, but it's about production. And every time I watch Boston Scott, he always makes plays, and that's my
Always.
thing with him. Like
Didn't
I
four of
think-
his touchdowns
I feel
come
like-
against the Giants? He's not a lead back. He's a good player, but he's a rotational back.
But he's shown like I'm more excited about him playing than fucking Miles Sanders. I mean, Miles Sanders. I mean, he's an alright back, but he ain't nothing like I'm just like too giddy about. The guy scored no touchdowns last year. I mean, like not for nothing. How the fuck is he still there?
I don't know. Because he has other stats.
Because the
I don't like
production,
him. You know how
the production's
I'm
there
right
when
with
he's
you.
in. That's the problem.
I
He's
don't know.
shown flashes.
I mean, look, I don't know. He doesn't.
He's got
appeal to me.
breakaway
Like,
ability.
I don't know. I mean, what's the audience think? Anybody else out there? Like, do you guys like Miles Sanders? Do you not? I personally not a fan. Paul said he's not a fan. Mikey P loves him. He's all in.
I don't love him.
He's ecstatic about him. He wants
Let's
his
be
jersey.
honest here.
He wants his Miles Sanders jersey. He's ready.
Wow.
He's ready for the number 26 on his cheeks. He's ready,
Oh
dog.
my God.
I'm fucking hiding.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Wow. Well, you should pump the brakes over there. I'm just telling you the stats, all right?
I'm just fucking.
Now, I would bring in a bruiser. I would bring in a guy that could, give him that 1-2 punch, and then you sprinkle in some Boston Scott, and you're looking good.
What about
By the way,
Damian Harris?
Kenny Gainwell's good.
Who?
Damian Harris.
Fucking beast.
Do you want me to tell you something? What I really think's happening here?
Yeah, he's going.
The Eagles put an investment into the passing game. They're gonna work Miles Sanders to the fucking ground. He'll probably get hurt. I hope not.
and then gaining.
Knock on wood. But they'll use the shit out of him. If they can't get him to a cheap deal, Gainwell's gonna be your starter next year, and he might be worth it anyway.
He could catch.
He's good.
He could block.
He can do everything.
I know. He's good. He's very good.
That's the ideal situation. So I think they drafted him thinking that he could be a starter. But you still got to go out and get a little bit of a bruiser. You got to get a guy that could be good in short yardage.
Do you think Gainwell's a starter?
I think he could be. It's a little too soon though, but I think he could be. He definitely has the receiving chops to be in this offense. As a rusher, I think he's absolutely more than decent enough.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to use any more than that because I need to see a larger sample.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
But I think I think he's good. He's a good player who's on the rise.
Yeah, he was good in
So
college.
I think they got good. I think they got plans for him.
Yeah.
Really. So we'll see what happens. How do we get the running back? I guess because we were talking about where they could upgrade. Yeah, I would say maybe running back then.
Yeah,
Running back, bring in a bruiser, and then that's it.
I fuck with Boston Scott though. I'm a fan. You know?
I like Boston Scott. Don't get me wrong. He just can't
He's
start.
a small little guy, but he makes fucking plays, man. Like he just electrifies the team when he's in there.
Listen,
I can't
it's
explain
just
it.
like-
He gives him a jolt, man. Like I just can't explain it. He just does. He finds a way to make a big play for him, and he does it every time he plays. And I can't help but love his game.
You want
That's
to
the
know what
thing.
he is, and this is why everyone loves him. He's Darren Sproles light,
Absolutely.
but he can't be a starter. Darren Sproles wasn't either. Darren Sproles is perfect in a pinch.
Well, what I'm saying is, why
You
can't?
know?
But what I'm saying
Boston
is,
Scott will get 10 touches.
but what I'm saying is, we're all like people are excited about Miles Sanders, which I don't understand. The guy had 0 touchdowns, but how come we're not really excited about Boston Scott's career? I mean, not for nothing, he has 4 years under his belt. He's been progressing every year. It looks like he plays. Like we should be excited about him.
I think
That's how I think about it. Like, I
Honestly-
think he's a good player, man. And look, this is a crazy debate because Boston Scott's never talked about on podcasts, but on P&I
Yeah,
he's
here we
fucking
are. We're
talked
talking
about
about Boston
because
Scott.
I believe
You
in
got the
him.
Boston Scott truthers here.
I believe in him. I think he's a good player. I think he helps the Eagles out when he plays, and that's just how I see it.
Part of it was because I don't think anyone expected him to come back. He was a free agent, and they waited a little while to bring him back, and they got him on a good deal.
Yep.
So you bring him back in the fold, and you're good. You got a change of pace and a returner.
Mama Paul's Boston Scott is my fave. Absolutely, he's awesome.
I love me some Sproles, too, by the
Absolutely.
way. I miss Darren Sproles. Now,
Yeah, me too. Beast.
we got one more Eagles thing before we talk some quarterbacks. And this will be a quick one. Philly Phil, bring up the Eagles' new wordmark logo. Because this has been a trendy subject.
Yeah, it's brought to you by Little Tykes.
Little Tykes. Little Tykes is
Yeah,
fucking crazy.
that's on the football I just bought my son from
So,
Amazon.
oh no. What? Which one? The new one?
No, hell.
Oh, thank
no.
God.
I was
Nitties.
kidding. No, I was saying that's Little Tykes. That's what you buy for 3-year-olds.
For the audience that's here tonight, tell us what you like better. And I know you see it on the screen. Do you like the old watermark or the new one? If you say the new one, I got a question. Your eyes.
Yeah,
I really.
the old. I mean, not for nothing. The old one's fire, or bring back the actual eagle. Like everyone is clamoring for the old color, everything. Like the color on them and the Kelly green is just unbelievable.
Hold that
Unbelievable.
thought. I got something for you. Pause. Philly Phil, hit the next link. The one that says other looks.
Is this the photo? It hurts.
Nah. So okay, here. Can you possibly? No, you don't need to zoom in. Yeah. Okay, that's good.
That bottom
See
one
now
is
that is what you could have done, and that's a mix of the two. Do
Yeah.
we like this better?
The
than
bottom
new
one is heat.
Do we like this better than the new one though?
Yes.
Do we like it better than the old one? I still like the old one better.
No, I would still go.
But
with
like
the
this
old
is better than the new one.
My thing is, why did they change it? What's the big deal?
I got an answer to your question.
There is an answer to the question.
Here's the answer to your question, probably. Okay.
On the next one, I think.
Yeah, there's what the combination looks
fucking
like.
fire.
That's way better. Okay, but the next one might be why they made the change. Because maybe they're trending to Kelly Green next year.
Dude.
Maybe they're making the transition. Because look,
All right, that's fucking fire.
That fits. That fits.
I mean,
bro.
Because the other one,
jerseys are heat.
the old one,
They're the best jerseys
would
in the
not
NFL.
fit on
nah,
that jersey.
I like the Patriots ones.
The red ones?
Yeah.
They're sick. Those
Yeah, they
are
are
my
sick.
favorite.
They're
I will
fire.
get.
Tom
I,
Brady liked them too.
Yeah.
I want that Jalen Hurts jersey.
See that right there, though? That would be the only explanation as to why you would downgrade your wordmark logo. Because right now it's a downgrade.
Absolutely.
But if that's what it's for, that is heat right there.
I can get behind that.
that. Now we're talking.
Yeah,
because you want that older kind of vintage,
That's sick.
you know. Otherwise, I got to question what's going on over there.
Freak shit.
All right? Audience, I want to hear your opinion.
All right, let's do this.
And now it's time for the quarterbacks. And obviously, we have a perfect starting point. Philly Phil, why don't you change it up? Throw on some prime time.
I knew you were gonna do that. I already knew in my head he was gonna do that.
No man slapping me in the back of the head. No fucking way.
Paul.
That's yeah, you motherfucker. You better not reach around here. Now.
Oh.
No. I'm gonna just stop. All right.
So respect
NFL
that.
QB tiers. We're
Flair,
back.
My voice fucked up.
You got one?
Nah, I wish. I'm gonna go grab one.
You guys ready?
Born.
Or
All right. So let me reintroduce this to the audience because we had started this segment. We took a break. We had a lot of NBA material on Monday. But anyway, this segment here is a running segment we've done. We've already done 4 divisions now, okay? I think it was the NFC AFC North and the NFC AFC West. So today, the goal is this. We're looking at all starting quarterbacks and even some backups who might be in a battle or they might start somewhere else. But we're looking at it as, okay, what tiers do these QBs belong in? And we've gotten heated over this, okay? The tiers are as follows. And Philly Phil's going to post this out there for everybody. Here are your QB tiers. Elite, great, very good, above average, average, below average, and mediocre. It's up to you to decide your definition, but what we are doing is where these QBs belong right now. Now, obviously, rookies, second-tier QBs who don't have a large sample size, we throw in a little caveat. We've been saying where we project these guys will be because we just haven't seen enough yet. But everyone else, it's all about where you belong in right now entering the season. And all of our metrics seem to be different as far as how we evaluate. And
We know who's right.
I mean, here's an example, okay? The everyday man says, Aaron Rodgers is an elite quarterback. All right. Our guy Paul here says he's just great.
I'm right.
And guess what? He made a pretty decent case. I'll give him credit there. But that's the shit that we're talking about. It's like, okay, some of this shit isn't as clear cut, but that's what we're here for. We're here to tell you what tier all these QBs belong in. So, I think we got an easy starting point.
Let's rock.
The NFC East, and we have to start with Jalen Hurts because we just talked Eagles. What are we thinking?
Average.
All right.
He's an average quarterback with the potential to go to above average with his squad this year.
Okay. Theories? You want to go next?
I got above average. I mean, for the Eagles to make the playoffs in his first year, I mean, I think that's pretty special. Even though, I mean, look, the playoffs are expanded to 7 teams now, but still, I think that's still impressive. And
Absolutely.
I think his ability to escape the pocket and make plays with his feet, I think that kind of separates him from being average and above average because not many quarterbacks can do that. But if he can improve his pass game, he's going to be a very good quarterback. So I got him at above average right now, but I think he can leapfrog into very good soon.
I love it. And let me ask you guys a question. what tier do you think Mikey P has Jalen Hurts in? Because I've been pretty critical of this guy. I root for him, but I'm very critical of the guy.
I would guess you'd say average.
I'm gonna say above average.
Above average. I'm shocked. I have him higher than Paul's, and Paul's he's a Jalen Hurts truther.
Yeah.
I believe in him.
And here's why. Here's why I have him above average. For one, obviously he got his team to the playoffs his first season as a starter. Major.
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
2, this man does not turn the football over.
He doesn't, and that's a really good point.
That's crucial for me. Crucial. He doesn't turn the football over. And he's not a bad passer, okay? He shows from time to time that he can make special throws, but he does not do it consistently. I have issues with his ability of reading a defense right now. And sometimes the reads have been there, but like the receiver didn't get there, or,
what I think?
there wasn't enough on the football, there wasn't great enough touch. So sometimes it's not just the reading, it's just inconsistency all the way around as a passer.
What I believe is Jalen Hurts' biggest problem, aside from anticipation, is the timing.
Yes.
It's the timing of the
And that
throw.
goes into it.
Yes, like for me, and that's a very hard thing to correct because that, like you were saying, reading the defense, like you need to get on that level where when Devontae Smith is coming out of his break, that ball's getting ready to hit him in his hands. That's how you get. That's exactly how Tyreek turned that 20-yard out in to a 70-yard touchdown.
And he's also got to know when to, throw a fucking cannon versus when you do need to have touch.
Yeah.
Like you just said, like if you're making a quick route like that,
timing. It's timing.
Ball's got to be in the basket, So, yeah, he's got some improvement there. But obviously, the thing that separates him from just average for me is the turnovers, lack thereof, and the legs. Because there aren't too many QBs that can do what he does.
It's a great point. I love it. To be
mean,
honest, I really do.
Turnovers are major, though, for me. Turnovers are major.
Yeah.
This offense won games because they managed the clock and they managed the ball very well. And that's good for the defense, too. So, Jalen Hurts. All right. Next. This one should be a quickie. Daniel Jones.
Mediocre.
Okay.
He stinks.
Enough said.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Mediocre is really harsh. But
It's pretty hard.
You know what?
But here's the
I cut him
thing.
some slack. Below average.
You could be honest.
No, but below average sounds to me a little bit more disrespectful.
Well, I think mediocre is disrespectful as hell.
it
Mediocre
is.
just means you don't even belong in the league, bro.
Oh, all right. Yeah, mediocre.
Yeah.
Go,
I'm gonna go below average.
don't backtrack. Go with your gut.
Look, here's the thing. I do want to
want you
give
to
him.
be you.
I want to give him like a mediocre grade because he's the one who got Joe Judge fired. So like it kind of pisses me off a little bit. So
Joe Judge got himself fired.
No, it was Midi.
He's relentless.
It was Midi Dan.
That is insufferable.
Nah, it was Danny Mids.
He is actually insufferable with Joe
Judge.
Sludge.
It was Danny Mids. He's garbage. Put any fucking coach on the Giants, they would have had the same success, dog.
We'll see with Brian Dable.
They would have been fucking poop.
We'll see, freak show.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
I love it though. Wait, so
Playoffs
is he
or
mediocre
bust
for
for me.
you?
What?
He's mediocre, or is he below average?
Fucking mediocre. He got Joe Judge
I
fired.
thought you would definitely say that.
Trash.
I got him at below average because he's got some moments, but absolutely inconsistent. And also, he declined as a passer this year. He showed some ability the year before.
Bro, he's got a squad.
He's athletic as hell.
Squad.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing they didn't have was an offensive line, but they tried to address it, so we shall see what that means. But technically, in the Giants camp, it's a competition. That's the word.
Between who?
So, Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod. So, and he got paid a little bit, too.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on. How the hell did the Giants not upgrade at quarterback this year? Out of all the quarterback movement that has happened in the offseason, they haven't even looked at a quarterback except for Tyrod Taylor. If you thought if Tyrod Taylor is competing with the starting job of your fucking quarterback,
You have no future.
entering the year, then what the hell are you doing, dog?
Yeah, what if he wins?
Am I in a different world?
He's a good bridge quarterback.
I don't care about bridge or nothing. If Danny Dimes is your guy, fuck him. If
I'm with you.
Yeah, then ride out with him. You don't need to bring a Tyrod Taylor in to compete.
Nick.
If Tyrod Taylor is competing for the starting job for your fucking team,
You're in no man's
your
land.
quarterback there already is garbage. Is fucking absolute middies. Danny fucking mids. That's exactly who he is.
Yeah, you know what's
he's the one
funny?
who got Joe Judge fired. He did, bro.
Stop
He's
it.
so ass, bro.
We got to move on. I can't take this shit.
There's no way. There's no way. No,
Don't bring up that man's name
fuck
again.
That. No, hell no. Because if we had Aaron Rodgers on the fucking Giants, I can guarantee you Mr. Judge is still fucking holding the fucking clipboard and shit.
Aaron Rodgers would not play for that man. There's no way.
Why not?
Aaron Rodgers is a
He would run through a
totally
wall
different
for him.
conversation. Aaron Rodgers is fucking.
He would run through a wall for him, bro.
No way. No way.
No, because Aaron Rodgers looking
he's
at
not
me
a player's
like,
coach.
you are fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you are fucking
He'd be done with him
dumb.
after the first day of practice. Now,
right,
hold on. So he actually has a chance at this job, guys. This is a coordinator he's worked with. Okay. I do think also they were in the running for Russell Wilson and they failed. That was what they were hoping
Giants?
for. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I
were
agree with
hoping
that.
for Russell Wilson. And there was a lot of legs on that story for 2 years now. So
I can agree with that.
but that's that. Okay, so Tyrod Taylor, I got him below average. He's like, okay, as a starting quarterback, probably below average. Great backup though. Would love to have him in, on my roster. Guy who could step in and play half a season, maybe.
I'll go below average too.
I might have even gone average, but
Yeah.
I'm just
I'm
keeping
talking
it
about
real.
right now, though.
Yeah,
Right here now.
yeah, below average. It's fair. Below average for you too.
Yeah.
How about you, Pauls?
Who? Daniel
Tyrod.
Oh, Tyrod Taylor, below average. 'Cause
All right.
He's better than Daniel Jones.
Yeah, and I actually think he is. Mm-hmm. So, all right, Dak Prescott. This is where it gets interesting, and I'm curious to see where you guys have Dak Prescott. I knew right away where I was putting him.
Me too.
Where's that?
Very good.
Really? I thought you were going to go higher. I respect that.
Very good.
I agree with you.
Huh?
We've been agreeing a lot on this. I mean, well, some of the guys that I thought we wouldn't agree on. That's
Yeah.
one of them.
No, he's
very good.
He's very good.
Very good. He's got moments of elite, moments of great. The stats are there, but
Sometimes though, he's not doing enough. Just not
And when
enough. And I
things-
love Dak Prescott.
when things
dude.
fall apart around him, he becomes mortal, average, below average sometimes.
Big year for him this year.
Yeah. I mean, now they're putting a lot on his plate.
Yeah. No, I'm a fan though. I mean, obviously Dak Prescott.
Think you could win with him.
He's one of my favorite players in the league. I think he could win a Super Bowl. I think
I like his character.
I think he's good. I think he's a high character guy. I think he's a leader.
He's a winning quarterback,
Yeah. You could absolutely win with him.
but he's just not consistent enough for me to call him great.
You know what
and he
he-
hasn't done enough to be elite.
he reminds me of Tony Romo without the turnovers.
And I mean,
Nah.
Except Tony Romo made some.
I think Tony Romo was better. Romo was great.
baller.
Romo was great.
He was.
I don't know.
But
I can't go.
He's
He
not
was a good
elite. So he had an
He was
elite.
mids.
He was an elite skill set, but had absolutely no playoff success and whatever whatever standard we hold him to. So he's not elite. He wasn't elite, but he played like one for a while.
He was aight.
I think Tony Romo is much better than Dak.
I wouldn't say much better, but
Dak already got more
but Romo
playoff wins
did.
than him.
No, I wouldn't say much better, but I like Romo. I thought Romo was a good quarterback.
He was aight.
I thought he was a good quarterback.
He
He
didn't do
choked.
shit.
He choked.
Yeah, he was a huge choker.
But
Choker.
but he was a choker. But he could ball.
Yeah.
yeah.
No doubt.
Regular season quarterback.
Yeah, I for Dak I got very good.
And that's what Dak is too for now. Regular season quarterback. All right, so we all got him at very good. Pleasant surprise. All right. I didn't want to argue about him tonight. All right, here comes the polarizing one. And I have a feeling this one's going to be all over the place.
Jack the Ripper, Rob.
That's crazy. Dude, what is going on with my voice?
Rob, you know I keep it real with Dak. But I didn't see us agreeing on Dak tonight.
He's coming at me.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I know so.
But I mean,
Yeah.
just making sure. All right. Carson Wentz, the now starting quarterback of the Washington Commanders. He's a commander. Where do we have Carson Wentz, guys? I mean, who wants to start us off here? This.
I don't give a fuck. He's above average.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Okay. Okay. I thought you were gonna go higher.
Carson Wentz is above average. He had a good season last year. Don't get it twisted. 27-7 is a good fucking season. All right, he flailed out in the last game. Shit happens. Just like I tell my 3-year-old. Shit happens. Happens all the time. Shit happens. It is what it is. He's a very good. I mean, I'm sorry. He's an above average quarterback. He is, bro. He's good. He's talented. He's talented. He's talented as shit.
I mean,
He just does boneheaded shit.
This is an interesting one here.
Go ahead and don't get blasphemous.
I mean, look, I really want to. I want to say he's above average, but like But when I think about Carson Wentz, I think he's an average quarterback. I think he's an average quarterback. Like I think he can get you to the playoffs, but like I don't know if he's an actual winner. Like I don't know if he's built for that moment, bro. Like the fact that he lost to the Jaguars last year. The Colts, they had the MVP on their team. Arguably, with Jonathan Taylor, he just did enough. Like he was just serviceable enough. Like he didn't turn the ball over. He made some throws here and there, but he was never like flashy. You know what I mean? Like there were some games where he had like 59 passing yards, bro.
I know that's fair.
And
that's
like,
fair, bro.
And it's like for me, like you see flashes of good, and then you see like fucking below average.
He's all over
quarterback
the
play.
place.
He's all up. Yeah. So for me,
He's
it's
really
like,
hard. He's like Eli.
He could be literally elite, great, very good,
So when I
below
balance
average,
that-
mediocre.
He's all of them.
He was mediocre
right.
versus the Jags.
So when I balance
versus the
that,
Cardinals.
I'm like, look, he's an average quarterback. That's the first thing that comes to mind when it comes to Carson Wentz.
You know I love Carson Wentz.
I know.
I gotta give him a
just
step up.
I don't think it's like disrespect though. They call him an average quarterback. I mean,
No.
I'm just saying that's what he is right now. Like, was he when in the MVP season? No, he was a great quarterback that year. He was really good. You know what I mean? But now he's just an average quarterback. Like,
That was also 5 years ago. So that's
See, here's the thing.
it's a long time.
That's 5 years ago.
Yeah, and his last outing, he had a good team. I mean, look, Phillip Rivers made the fucking playoffs, and he was fucking done.
Yeah.
And I mean, like you had to be that guy to step in and take them to the next step, to the next level, and they fucking regressed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
see,
what I mean?
here's the
Fair
thing,
fights, bro.
This was tough for me because I'm trying to weigh in the whole season body of work / what he was asked to do, and it varied a lot. I mean, they started handing the ball off a lot, maybe a little bit before the season. Didn't have a full off season with the team. Still goes out. He puts up 27-7, 95 QB rating. I mean, the numbers are good. The numbers are good. It is a team game. He fucking blew it at the end. Like, I think we'd have a different conversation right now if he didn't lose that Jaguars game.
Absolutely.
Even if he just played, if he played average and won that game, this would be a different conversation. He'd still be a Colt. So, for me, the way I was looking at it is this. I'm looking at the rest of the quarterbacks I ranked, and I say he's a middle of the pack guy. So if he's a middle of the pack guy, that's top 15, 16. So he's very good. And our scale, there's 7 ratings. I put him slightly above, above average. Slightly above average. But there's just no consistency whatsoever.
He's very average.
Like, I actually think with the right fit,
So you got him at very good.
I got him at very good, and it was really tough. But, like, let's look at what else I have there, okay? I think, here, I have to scroll up
it's
a little
hard to
bit
argue
here.
that because like your scale is different than mine. Like when I look at Carson Wentz, I don't think like the way you have him, you put him in the top 16, right, or whatever. So to
Top
you,
half,
yeah,
roughly.
So like to you, that's like a very good scale. For me, I look at Carson Wentz just the first thing that comes to my mind is just an average quarterback, and that's how I scale it. And I scale it based on last season as well. You know what I
Because
mean?
for
The opportunity he had.
13 weeks of the season, he was playing great ball, statistically.
And missed the playoffs.
But then there's still 17 weeks in the season, and that 1 month where he wasn't great, he was awful. So that like brings him back to the mean. But he was playing at a very high level for most of the season, very quietly. So that's why it was so tough for me. It's like, okay, we're looking at a 17-game sample here, right?
Yeah.
Can I really hold him accountable for just 2 just dreadful performances and then 2 bad ones on top of that? That's how I looked at it. And then obviously, like, okay, I'm comparing him to whoever else we talked about here.
I'm Mr.
Um,
Fuck, we talking about?
What'd you say?
I'm Mr. Accountable.
Absolutely. So yeah,
I mean, look,
out of curiosity, where did you guys have Kirk Cousins?
I had him at above average.
I think I had him at average.
So you got Wentz is better than Kirk Cousins?
I think he is just by a tiny bit though. But again, this is like Kirk is more productive, but also totally different scheme. And I mean, definitely had better receivers. No question about that.
That's true.
So I mean,
that's true.
I mean, look at what Wentz did: 27-7 with virtually. Look, Michael Pittman's great and all, but he's more suited to be a number 2 in this league.
That's true. I would take Kirk Cousins. I would take
their
Kirk
offensive
Cousins.
line literally was the best going into the season and fell apart due to a bunch of reasons. But they went from being the best offensive line to bottom 5 in pass protection last year. So I mean, for what it's worth, that's pretty good production. Now this year, though, there's no excuse for him.
I mean,
he's got better weapons. The offensive line probably slightly. It's probably the same, but he's got better weapons this year, and he's got a better. I mean, the defense is kind of a wash. I think Washington at their highest level is just about equal with the Colts defense. I like the Colts defense.
What I don't get is with the Kirk Cousins type shit is he's 51, 51, and 1 as a starter. Carson Wentz is 44, 40, and 1. And Kirk Cousins has played with significantly better talent.
So there you go.
Like
that's a good observation.
Like my thing is if you put Carson Wentz on the Vikings, they're more of a threat than they are with Kirk Cousins. If you put Kirk Cousins on the Colts, they're less of a threat than they are with Carson Wentz.
I disagree with that, but that's
I
fine.
do agree with you. But again, this is a polarizing figure. Everybody disagrees about Carson Wentz. There's an enigma with this guy for some reason. So that was really tough. I'm not going to lie. But there's a reason why I did that, okay? And actually, I think I'm going to take us there right now. I'm going to go to the AFC South.
Major.
Okay? And I'm going to start on purpose here with Matt Ryan. And I'll just start us off. My turn. Matt Ryan's very good. All things considered, Carson Wentz was better than Matt Ryan last year.
Thanks.
He was better than Matt Ryan last year, and it seems like everyone thinks that Matt Ryan is such a substantial upgrade over Carson Wentz.
That's cap.
I think that they're both inconsistent, and I think that they can be winning quarterbacks, but they're just both very inconsistent. That's why they're in this tier for me. I think that he'll be better this year than he was on the Falcons, because the Falcons were kind of a train wreck, but Carson Wentz was better than Matt Ryan last year. So, you know, this is like out of respect for Matt Ryan's ability over the length of his career. Like, I think he's still very good. But he did not have a good year last year.
I have him at above average also because I believe...
I have him at very good.
Above average?
I do. I think that Matt Ryan is a polished Carson Wentz.
So so I'm trying to think of like your scale. Like your scale is based on playoff success?
No. So my scale is like if I look at a guy and I'm watching him perform, and I'm like, all right, can you make? Well, yeah. Can I watch? Can he make the throws necessary to win the game? I also think that being a leader is also a skill.
And he's great at that. So
and he's a good leader. So, like, to me, when I'm watching quarterbacks and I'm looking at him and I'm like, all right, does that team play hard for him? Yeah. Do his guys trust him? Yes. So, like, for me, I'm like, I don't think he's going to go out there and be very good. Like, I don't think he's going to I don't think he's going to be any better than Carson Wentz was. The only difference is those small plays that Carson Wentz has trouble making, Matt Ryan can make. But that doesn't mean that he's necessarily better than him overall because he can make those simple plays. It just means that he's a more polished quarterback. And that's exactly how I view Matt Ryan and Carson Wentz.
Yeah, I'm going to go very good. I mean, if I'm looking at the body of work of Matt Ryan, and I know what you mean about Carson Wentz and the comparison, but like when I look at Matt Ryan, he's a student of the game. Like he knows what the defense is in. I trust his gut instinct and just his he was a former MVP in the league. So I'm going to give him respect on that. He made it to the Super Bowl, absolutely choked in the Super Bowl, losing 28-3. But overall, I think Matt Ryan's a very good quarterback, and I think the Colts are going to make some decent noise this year. I really like this team. I just think they needed that veteran guy that can hold the team together and take them there. And I think he is. I think he's going to be the guy.
And I think he'll be fine there. But like, listen to this, just for comparison's sake here, and different situation, different teams. I hear you. Carson Wentz has been bounced around, but this is Atlanta. Excuse me. This is Atlanta last year with Matt Ryan. The year before, 26-11. The year before that, 26-14. Carson Wentz's last season was better than all three of those.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
All three of them.
Matt Ryan will just...
They both can make the throws.
Carson
for me,
Wentz has that knack for doing the most obscure shit
timing.
in the worst moment
but like,
possible.
Matt Ryan has shown that too recently.
He has. He's been choking.
And he's not... I mean, look. Turnovers are there. That's almost double the turnovers that Carson Wentz had. Well, picks. I did not look at fumbles. Excuse me. But Matt Ryan... I mean, he don't hold on to the football either. So I'm just saying, I think he'll be a more calming presence for that locker room.
Yeah.
I like the fit. I think they'll be good again.
Yeah.
I thought they were good last year. They were the best team in the league for a month.
They're going to be 10-7 again.
They'll probably be exactly the same.
11-6.
They just might
11-6.
They might perform better a little bit down the line. But I mean, I can't even say Carson Wentz didn't. It was really 2 games where Carson Wentz failed him.
It was Oakland and
2
the Jags.
games.
That's all it was.
So there's that. That's interesting. Now we have the Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill. Go ahead, Pauls. Just say it. Say it for everybody.
Ryan Tannehill.
Mm-hmm. Average. He regressed last year for me. Regressed. I think the year before, you even could have argued very good the year before.
I'm going to say average. I think he's just regular.
I think he got worse last year.
Who's regular?
Ryan Tannehill.
They're looking to move on from the guy.
Oh, yeah, he's just regular.
He had a couple good years, but it's over.
Look,
Done.
when you perform at a high level and you show that you can play there, and then you backtrack and you regress, you have to be held accountable for that. You have to take that into consideration. You can't go out there and perform like that in that playoff game and think that you're going to come back the next season and think that you got to go see a psychiatrist for that. I'm not knocking him for that at all.
I know.
I'm just saying that's not easy to overcome. He played like shit.
He played like absolute
And
shit.
You lost your best receiver.
His rating, let's see. So
And
look,
now the draft pick has asthma.
well, look, he doubled his pick amount in 1 year. The team clearly had issues in the passing game. No question about it. They were looking to move on, but they can't because of the contract. Mm-hmm. So they go out, they draft Malik Willis. He might wind up playing this year. I'm not going to rule it out. I don't think Tennessee's a bad team either, but I think Tennessee got a little bit worse this year.
100%.
And Ryan Tannehill has less to work with now, especially since Treylon Burks is not healthy right now, which was not expected.
Derrick Henry's coming off being hurt.
Derrick Henry, who knows what he's going to be this year? He should be good.
Yeah.
That's not an easy thing to come back from as a running back, especially a big running back. And he's got some tread on the tires.
I think he's above average right now.
If he can get back to above average level, this team might win 11 games again. Or 12 games. They won 12 last year.
I mean, not for nothing. They were counting on Julio Jones last year, and that didn't work out. And then they had A.J. Brown. He missed some time. He missed 4 games. That's a quarter of the season. You know what I mean? Like, missing 4 games is a decent amount of time. You know what I mean? Like, that's a quarter of the season.
I mean,
they were the number 1 seed.
When he had the full lineup, though.
Exactly. They were the number 1 seed. And
Yeah.
he was the number 1 seed. I mean, look, he didn't have the best numbers. But to be the number 1 seed, you got to be doing something right.
You're 100%
like,
right.
Your leadership has got to be somewhat there. And I mean,
I do think he can lead.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
Right.
Let me actually say you something. I did up until he made those comments about Malik Willis, and I thought that was really corny.
Sad.
Because you don't do that. And here's the thing: when Brett Favre did it to Aaron Rodgers, it was Brett Favre. The dude won 3 MVPs in a row. He's the only player to do such shit. So it's a lot different when you have that cachet than when you're Ryan Tannehill and the last impression of you is absolutely garbage. You don't come in and say, "Oh, it's not my job to train him," this, that, and a third. Like, no, dude, that's where you need to be a leader.
Is that where you stand on that?
Yes, I do.
Let me give
Really?
you this, too.
But the guy's coming for your job, though.
Yeah, I know. But
I don't think he needed to publicly say any of that shit.
I agree with you.
But the same way, just keep your mouth
shut.
I agree with that.
Let's keep everything on a level playing field, though. Everybody wasn't preaching the same shit when the Eagles drafted Jalen Hurts, and Carson Wentz was pissed off. Oh, he just has to he doesn't have to worry about it. If you're that good, just go out and beat him for the job. All right, if you're that good, and Carson Wentz supported the Jalen Hurts pick in public. He welcomed them on Twitter.
You're right.
He never went out there and said, "Oh, it's not my job to train him."
High-class situation there.
He never did that.
And we all knew how he really felt.
But Ryan Tannehill got his feelings hurt. And not for nothing, they drafted him in the fucking 3rd or 4th round.
Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't be worried about a 3rd-round quarterback, but this is what concerns me here. Look, 2 years ago, QB rating, 117.5. Drops 11 points the next year, and then this year, it drops an additional 17. 17.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
89.6 rating last year. Like, I mean, the signs are there. The yards per attempt dropped dramatically. He became a check down guy last year. And the thing for me also was not just the turnovers, but like the one thing that was working for this guy was play action. This is what got him going. He was awful in play action last year.
Well, he was missing Derrick Henry.
Yeah. You know what's so crazy?
Carson Wentz also had like a 91 or a 92 last year, so.
You know what's crazy about Tannehill?
No, he was a 98, I think.
Is that he was actually
Let me double check.
garbage with the Dolphins, bro. Like
He was
there for
horrible.
6
95
years.
for once.
He was there for 6 years. Like the Dolphins, they had faith in him.
Well,
bro.
he tore his ACL twice.
They had faith in him.
He's actually literally playing at Dolphins level right now. By statistics, he's actually playing worse. His completion percentage is better, though. I mean,
Well, you have A.J. Brown.
You know.
That completion percentage, I guarantee you, is going down.
I'm sure. I'm just saying, like,
He's got Ferkser.
this guy does not look like the guy who got paid 2 years ago. That's all. He's not there anymore.
Yeah, he's
So we're spending too much on Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, I know.
I threw in Malik Willis for fun in case he plays. I'm gonna say average.
I'll say below average. He don't really have nothing around him to work with. I'm not like I know Derrick Henry and shit, but I'm saying
got legs.
He's got to pass. You got to pass.
Below average. I'm right with Pauls.
Yeah, I mean, either way, quarterback room is not looking too great for them this year. All right, Trevor Lawrence. He had a full season last year, so don't give him the projection treatment. Full season from Trevor Lawrence. What do you think after that? I say average. Average, and that might be respectable considering he did not look as good as advertised. Then again, I was never that high on him. So, also, product of circumstances, the circumstances were awful, but I was never high on him.
Coming out of college, I always said he never passed the eye test for me. Like I never saw the hype that everybody gave him. I never saw it. And
I think that hype started to die down before he even got drafted too.
And here's one thing I actually really question about him. I don't think he loves football.
Oh, interesting.
I don't think he loves the grind and the game. Now, I'll say average because I do think he's talented, and he has Doug Peterson. And they got Christian Kirk, and they got James Robinson and Etienne back. So I'm not worried about that. The only thing I really do question with him is I question his love for the grind of the game. I really do. Because he's like, I don't know, you never hear from him. You don't have no personality. I don't know. He don't do it for me right now.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I really am rooting for Doug Peterson, so I hope he turns out to be great.
I think he's got like everything he needs now.
Yeah, you got running
There's
game,
really
you got-
no excuse for the guy.
Yeah.
So, what did you say he was?
Average.
Average.
I'm going to go with average, too. And I got to be honest, man, his cards are fucking expensive. I mean, I'm talking about 5 figures.
I think because people are expecting
It's
him
the
to really
hype,
take
yeah.
off
I
with
mean,
Doug Peterson.
But that's the thing. It's like, if he's an average quarterback, what do you invest in?
Wentz took off under Peterson.
Like, I mean, you're willing to pay thousands of dollars. Like, for me, if he's an average quarterback right now, I would just wait until his career, after a couple years in his career when he's settled and nobody's thinking about him, everybody's thinking about the next product, the next hot name. And then if you believe in Trevor Lawrence with 5-figure fucking deals and cards, then I would just buy him, years down the line.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
I mean,
it just doesn't make sense, dude. So
I
for me,
think
he's an average quarterback. I think he's going to get better. But I mean, look, last year he had 2 stretches where 3 games or more he didn't have a touchdown pass. So I mean, there was
awful.
There was weeks against Buffalo, Indy, and San Fran. He didn't have one, which is 3 weeks in a row. And then it was back in December where he didn't throw a touchdown pass for a whole month. And these were against the Rams, the Titans, the Texans, and the Jets. So
he
my
had
thing
Urban
is this.
Meyer.
My thing is this. Yeah, but like my thing is this, bro. Like if you are that guy, like you're at least throwing a touchdown pass. He didn't have like dog shit receivers.
Show something.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
his receivers weren't poor. Like he had Chenault. They didn't use him right.
Yeah.
They had what's his name? Jones, right?
Jones.
Marvin.
Oh yeah. I
Marvin
forgot about
Jones. Like he's a decent receiver.
Yeah.
They had Chark, right? Like
That's a good point.
They had players. It wasn't like they were dog shit. And you know, I don't know. I mean, I just think he's an average quarterback, but his upside's there.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Scott Favre says below average. And honestly, last year he played below average. I think
he
the
played
reason why
mediocre.
I put him at average, yeah, he actually did play most mediocre, but I think I have him at average because he showed signs of improvement and obviously wasn't the greatest situation. So, yeah, kind of an interesting one there. And we'll see what happens because there's a lot of people that think they could be a sleeper team. So, next, the final one from this division, Davis Mills, your current starting quarterback for the Texans. I said below average.
Below average.
And this is because, again, this is a sample size thing. He didn't play a full year. I think he actually could be average, but the team is so fucking bad.
I'm gonna go a step further. You got Lovie Smith.
Yeah, I mean, and he had a connection with Brandon Cooks. He did have a connection there.
He did, yeah,
Like
but
he played better than Trevor Lawrence, honestly.
Facts.
In the time that he did play,
His numbers were on par with Mac Jones.
they were right up there. So like, again,
he's
this
mids,
is
right?
this is one where
Yeah.
I get
Mac is mids.
Mac is mids. Bro.
I'm bailing myself out because this is one where we don't have a full sample size. So I used the whole little projection theme here. I'm projecting below average, and it's not going to be totally his fault.
I'm saying below average because he got Lovie Smith. I seen what he did.
But like he actually might be pretty decent. It's just a shame. We're never going to really know.
Yeah.
Theories?
Yeah, I'm gonna go below average for me too as well. That's pretty easy for me.
Yeah. So there you have
I
it.
don't feel like explaining it. We got pizza here. We got
Yeah.
fucking wings. We got
Yeah, we got-
mozzarella sticks.
we
We
got
got
two-
fries. Getting ready to slap our grill piece. I'm ready to fucking
2 more to go
bounce out
through,
here, dog.
and I think they're going to be rather quick, honestly. So we will start here. We got 2 more to go. AFC East, and we'll start with the obvious one. Josh Allen, elite.
Elite.
Enough said. That's a quickie. Philly,
Love it.
you want to change it up a little?
Fuck with
This old school shit is. Put
I
me.
fuck with cookies.
It's prime time.
Yeah, I know. Change it up a little bit. Give us something. There you go.
fucking Brownstein.
Okay.
That he gave us.
Zach Wilson.
Average.
I put average too
I think
because I
he's-
think he's the same as Trevor Lawrence for me.
Yeah,
and he did show signs of improvement, so that's why.
I think he's average, and I think that the hype on him this year is absolutely bonkers.
It is wild. He
It's
is
almost
really
like
hype.
it's really crazy. And New York is, they're
He ain't forgiving.
they're gonna be on your ass. You're gonna be on the tabloids
let's-
if you don't perform.
Let's pump the
that's
brakes a little bit.
Yeah.
The situation looks good. The quarterback did not see enough from him yet.
He is a fucking rocket though.
I mean, I liked his projection better than Trevor Lawrence coming into the league. I'm dead serious. I liked him better last year going into the season. So may not mean much. I didn't really love the QB class. So Nick, what did you have, Matt?
I have him at average.
Average. So there's Zach Wilson. Tua Tagovailoa. Tyreek Hill says elite.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
Is that what he said?
I mean, he's got to stop. No, he didn't use that word, but like I read some more of those comments from that same podcast, and he said a lot more than just better accuracy. But I mean, if you're saying better accuracy than arguably the best quarterback in the league, whatever. I'm not even going to talk about that.
I really wanna
Tua
say-
is average for me.
I really want to say below average because I don't think he's middies. But the problem is he has a squad around him, so I will give him average.
I said average because he played well
he
enough.
played good last year.
He played, like
He's
he
aight.
he actually
What?
He is alright.
he played better than I thought he would. And at this juncture, I just said that Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson are average, right? I think he's better than both of them right now. So he's average, but he's like upper average compared to those two.
I got.
He's not above average.
I'm excited about Tua this year, man. Like this is like one of the players I'm really excited to watch. I don't know what it is. I feel like he's going to do really, really well.
Well, you like Joe Judge, so it's fitting.
Well, what's wrong with that? I don't see the big deal here. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
With what? Joe Judge?
Yeah.
There's everything wrong with that.
I don't
The name
understand.
alone.
We're not talking about Joe fucking Judge anymore because I know we're going to carry on about this. Wait, so did you say average?
Yeah.
Okay.
Average.
Mac
I play for him.
Middies
What
Jones.
the fuck you talking about?
Matt Mids.
He's middies as hell.
He's not mid.
I'm
bro.
saying
He's fucking
average
stupid.
because
I was doing it for fun.
their offense is also a fucking disaster. He has nobody to throw to. It's actually really, and they have no offensive coordinator.
So you thought he was average last year too?
I think he's mids. He don't do it for me.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, you know, to
was
to
average.
each their own.
He was average last year.
I got him at above average. I think theories might agree. I think that he was actually very impressive. But there were definitely some times where I was like, all right, I need a little bit more here. But like overall, pretty impressive.
He threw two passes in a game.
I hear you. I know. But like I think he has the ability to be something, and he showed it more than regularly last year. And the stats are pretty decent. And the team went to the playoffs in his rookie season. I think he's above average.
I think this is easy for me. This is above average, and I really like his game. I think he's got leadership. I think the Patriots really believe in him. There's something about him. Like when he plays, he makes good plays. He makes good throws.
Yeah, if the guy's 5 yards away.
No, he's made some really good. He's made some really good down the field throws.
I think he can.
When I watch.
He needs to
Hold
throw
on.
downfield more.
Hold on, but
I'm agreeing with you though.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, for him to make the playoffs after all the years with Brady, to live under that shadow and actually perform and make the playoffs, like to me, that's more than an average quarterback, because that's not easy.
Well,
That's not easy, especially in that region. Those fans are very passionate,
Yeah, but Cam was there.
and he was garbage.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
it was
but-
Brady, Cam, then
No,
mids.
But see, Cam was just a fucking a total disaster of a bridge that just completely collapsed.
Yes.
So that forced them to draft Mac Jones. However, what I'm saying is, he's still living in Brady's shadow. Brady is because
I got you, I know.
because Brady just won the Super Bowl.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
So
yeah,
for him to win the Super Bowl and then get drafted by the Patriots after all those years
Yeah.
of having Brady, you know, it stung Patriot fans. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
When Brady won. So when they drafted Mac Jones, a lot of pressure was on him, and he still went to the playoffs. Yeah, they got their ass waxed, but he still made the playoffs. So for me, he's an above-average quarterback, and he's got a great future ahead of him. I'm looking forward to seeing some Mac Jones too.
And I think that they obviously like him enough that they didn't go crazy in surrounding him with too much this offseason. I think they're counting on their last offseason additions to be better. They got Devontae Parker. So they're putting a lot on his plate. Obviously, they wouldn't do it if they didn't think he was good enough. But that does concern me a little bit, just because as a sophomore quarterback with a lot on your plate here, and the AFC getting better, I would have liked them to do a little bit more. And I won't rule it out.
I'll say this, though.
I won't rule it out.
I'll say this. I'm concerned about their offensive coordinator situation.
That too.
'Cause That's
Like, see,
really strange to me. I don't
That's
understand it.
unacceptable, honestly.
I don't understand it, bro.
Not for nothing, but you know who else thought that their young quarterback could handle it? The Cowboys. And what they have to do, they had to give up a first-round pick to go get Amari Cooper. And it changed life for Dak Prescott, because he was playing like shit up until he got Amari Cooper. But that's what happens. You can't put young quarterbacks with no offensive
Right.
talent in an offensive
I
joint league.
totally agree with you.
So
Like,
maybe
not
they
having
go
an
out.
offensive
Absolutely. That's a
coordinator
great
is
point.
fucking insane.
I 1000% agree
So
with
maybe
you,
they
Pauls.
go out and they pursue DK Metcalf like we had been talking about. Maybe they do.
They should. They
really
I've
should.
been saying they should. They had the hole at wide receiver. They need to upgrade a wide receiver. You can't rely on fucking N'Keal Harry. You can't rely on Devontae Parker.
Or
you
Brett
can't
Myers.
rely on Kendrick Bourne and these guys. You need a fucking star wide receiver. I
Oh,
don't
wait,
understand.
Brett Myers is crazy. I meant Jacoby Myers.
You just said
Well,
Brett
Jacoby Myers isn't
Holy
a bad
shit.
slot. He's not a bad slot receiver.
I actually thought he was the
I
best
actually
receiver
like him.
last year.
I think he's a good player. I think he's a slot receiver, though. He's not a number one,
Right.
number two
That's
guy.
what he needs to be.
Exactly. He needs
He
to be
needs
in
to
his
be
role.
a third option.
He needs to be in his role. That's
Yes,
it.
100%.
So, all right, NFC South, and then we are done, and we head into vacation to celebrate our 1-year anniversary. Okay? NFC South, Carolina Panthers. Sam Darnold, below average. And I think he's had signs, but last year,
I'm going to say mediocre.
nosedive.
Mediocre.
I'll say very, very great. I'm kidding. Nah, he's below average.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Matt Corral, I threw him in there. I'll say below average as well.
Below average.
I don't even know if he's going to play.
Actually, mediocre. I'm sorry. Yeah. My bad.
You know,
I made $1,000 off Sam Darnold last year.
Yeah, you
Slinging
did.
them bags, guys.
See, that's the shame of it is, I don't know. It's not even worth talking about. Consistency is key.
Yeah.
Sammy D.
Thanks.
What did you say about Matt Corral theories?
I don't know much about him. He's going to be corralling the bench, so he's getting mediocre for me.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Corralling the bench.
The fuck are we talking
Throw that
about?
down as the title option. Falcons, Marcus Mariota. I said average.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I think he's average.
Below average.
And I made this case for you before.
Yeah, he stinks.
But in the interest of not spending time on Marcus Mariota,
Below average.
I did make that case with you, and I told you that he had a better career than Baker Mayfield.
Which is absolutely
I
asinine.
statistically proved it to you.
That doesn't mean shit. Because if we're
Actually,
doing
I didn't
that,
say better. I said that they were equal, but he was better statistically.
oh my goodness
Yeah.
gracious. Oh my.
Baker did more though in the playoffs, so
Thank you.
they're even.
Oh fuck no.
I would
think-
take Baker over him.
You think Mariota's going to the playoffs with
No,
the
absolutely.
Browns?
I think
not.
he's not.
I mean, if we're going-
honestly, Nick, I thought he was going to the Steelers. I thought he
look-
was going there, and I would have felt a lot better.
If we're going full bean here, Mitchell Trubisky, his first 4 years are better than Kyler's 4 years.
Oh, come on.
Absolutely. Statistically, I can make that case. You want to do that? We can do a live segment right after
There's
the show.
no way that's true.
That's absolutely true. He has a winning record, and he went to more playoffs with Matt Nagy.
Statistical, though.
dear.
Is
Yeah,
that what
he
we're
just said
talking?
statistically, Marcus Mariota is better than Baker.
well, here's the difference. Kyler's only played 3 years.
Well, 3 years for 3 years, Mitchell Trubisky got him beat. Absolutely. Statistically, if we're just going statistics.
I'm going
report
to
on
grill
that.
your ass on that, and
Absolutely
I'll save it for
grill me.
later.
Absolutely.
But Mariota's average, okay?
Go ahead.
Mariota's average,
I'll go-
and I still like Baker better. I had Baker above average.
I'll go below,
Remember that.
below middies.
Below middies?
Yeah. Yeah, bottom shelf.
Below middies.
It's all situation for me. Like, I wish he was in a better situation. So it is what it is.
That might be an episode title, Below Middies.
What did you have, Matt Pauls?
Below average?
Below average.
Marcus Mariota?
And what about Desmond Ridder, guys? Because there's a chance he might play. They're going to probably want to get a look at him when the team sucks.
I think he
So I
looks,
say-
I think he looks
said
like
below
Marcus
average.
Mariota, yeah.
And honestly, I thought he was going to the Steelers too.
Who?
I thought it was going to be Ridder and Mariota
Yeah,
to the
I know.
Steelers. And I would have liked it a lot better. So, below average. Theories?
Below average.
So, there you go. Next up, Jameis Winston. I said average. He's got some ability,
He's an
but
average
like
quarterback.
that's the thing is I never know what to expect.
Average quarterback.
He's all over the place.
Yeah, he's a weird player.
And I would have liked to have known what would have happened if he had the full season last year because he showed signs of improvement. That said, didn't happen. Average. And last but not least, I did this on purpose. Just for you guys. For me too. Because I say this is the best team in the NFC, and it's run by the GOAT, Tom Brady. If you don't say elite, you got to get your head checked.
I got him as
Elite.
great. Last time he played, he choked. We got to hold motherfuckers accountable.
I don't pay attention.
He's
to
an
shit
epic
like that.
troll.
I just
He
say
is-
I-
He's an elite troll.
He is yes. Yeah, I'm elite.
go.
No, Tom Brady's elite. He's the best quarterback of all time.
Come
best
on.
quarterback in
I
the
just
league.
want to hear you say it for the sake of the segment.
elite. It's not even close.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on. Let's just take the fact that we had a fucking Mitchell Trubisky and Kyler Murray debate here, dog.
He hates Kyler Murray.
Like,
It's
that's
obvious.
insane, bro.
2017,
Bro,
2018, 2019 are better than Kyler Murray's first 3 years.
Stinks, cuz.
I know that. That's what I'm saying. There's more than meets the eye with statistics.
But he blows. He's not better than Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
He's not.
And he
Absolutely
never
not.
was.
But his first 3
Actually,
years were
can I
better than
throw
Kyler.
you a bone here? All
I
right.
was just thinking about
Because
like, what?
I actually saved this. I saved this here. I got a question for Pauls before we leave because I need to know this before I go on vacation. I need my mind to rest. Okay. Riddle me this.
Yeah.
Jimmy Baker above average. Kyler Kirk average.
Yes.
Kirk's winning the division for you.
Yes.
And Deshaun Watson was also above average, therefore equal to Jimmy and Baker.
Yes. He
And last year,
he held his feet and asked the
Last
massage
season-
therapist to finger him.
last season, we're talking about football. All right.
Leader goes into and character goes into my assessment.
Okay. Well, we'll throw him out the window for you, but
Thank you.
just for fun. Okay.
Yes.
But you said last year
crazy.
that you were wrong in the Baker Kyler debate, and you still have Baker better than Kyler.
Whoa, I never said I was
Yes,
wrong.
you did.
Kyler Murray was playing better than Baker Mayfield last year. The initial
He was eating his words, like what, 9 weeks in?
No, 7 weeks in. And then he totally fell off because he's an average quarterback.
We couldn't even talk about Baker the second half of the season.
Because he got hurt.
No, it's because
he was playing like ass. That's what happened.
He was bad,
and
bro.
it happened.
He was bad. He was bad last year.
I never said that.
And again, remember, I have Baker above average.
Accountability.
No, I understand that.
Accountability,
I'm not saying
says
that.
James.
Accountability. He was 4-12. I know. James knows what the fuck's going on. But Baker Mayfield, again, I never said Baker Mayfield was great. I never said he was an MVP. I never said that. My argument with
he
Baker
was
Mayfield.
playing like the MVP, though.
And then what happened?
And then what happened was what usually happens.
Exactly.
Second half collapse.
Exactly. And when you are an elite.
See?
And
I could be real.
But here's the problem. When you are an elite talent, you need to be held to elite standards. The problem is you hold guys like Kyler Murray, you hold guys like Baker Mayfield to elite level standards. And you
He
hold
was the
guys
number one pick, bro.
And you guys hold Aaron Rodgers to midi standards. That's the problem.
What do you mean?
I'm confused with that.
Aaron Rodgers is an elite quarterback. He's done nothing.
Back-to-back MVP.
And done nothing for the last 10 years in the postseason. How don't you hold him accountable for that?
Because he's the back-to-back MVP.
But he's never. But that doesn't mean
his
shit.
play speaks for itself. Like
It doesn't. Not in the moment.
When you watch Aaron Rodgers play,
Yeah.
he's like, holy fuck. You're like, damn, this is one of the greatest players I've ever seen.
Yeah, I say, you know what? You're great, but you have one Super Bowl. You have been to the same amount of Super Bowls as Jimmy Garoppolo, Matt Stafford,
fair.
and Nick Foles.
But you
fair.
really
I'm not
believe that
arguing
Jimmy
that.
and Baker are better than Kyler and Kirk, who I think both of them are definitely better than Jimmy and Baker.
I think Jimmy Garoppolo is better than both of them, absolutely. And I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Oh, man.
Kyler,
I just wanted to check because
Yeah.
I wrote this down.
one Super Bowl.
And I definitely was wondering if that was true or not.
Jimmy G.
Or was it an oversight?
No, Jimmy G.
Because that's mind-blowing.
Jimmy
To me.
Jimmy
and
Garoppolo.
I love you to death. You know it. I tell you all the time I love you.
I could care less.
But that's fucking mind-blowing.
No, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And I'm going on
I'll wait.
vacation now. I'm going to rest my brain after that.
Am I good? My turn?
Yes, you may have a turn.
Jimmy Garoppolo has been to a Super Bowl and 2 NFC Championship games in the last 4 years. True or false?
True.
Thank you.
Tell me why, though.
This is fun.
Because he's a good quarterback.
He's good enough.
He's good enough, yeah. Does he have DeAndre Hopkins?
No.
Thank you.
But look at what else he's got.
You were the one saying that the Cardinals were as good as the 2017 Eagles.
I didn't say that.
You absolutely did. I will pull up tape.
Yeah, we were
You
talking.
and Don Bielsi were in the comments saying it.
Yeah, no. Let's go back to that because we all said something along those lines that they were surprising teams like the 2017.
All I
Eagles.
said was I
didn't say they were better than that, and I will never do that.
And I never went along those lines. I have just said I have maintained the same thing with Baker and Kyler. The initial argument of the Baker shit was if Kyler Murray was a top 10 quarterback coming into the 2020 season, Baker Mayfield deserved consideration because Baker Mayfield played better than him in 2020. Inarguable. Kyler Murray started 7-0, didn't win the division, and got the floor wiped with him in a playoff game. He started 7-0. Why is that not being drilled enough?
I was very critical myself.
Exactly.
I dropped him down a whole tier for that.
Exactly. And now you don't have D-Hop, and I just saw you without D-Hop, and you think that
It
he's
could be
more
a
than,
problem.
And you think he's more than
I acknowledge
average?
that too, brother.
And he's losing his center. So we've just seen him last year over the final 8 games of the season without DeAndre Hopkins. He was dog shit. This year, in the beginning of the season, we have no DeAndre Hopkins. Is he going to be great? I don't think so.
I don't know, but before he had DeAndre Hopkins, this is a guy who turned an entire franchise around. So I'm not going to sit here and say all of a sudden that he's just average.
He has one winning season.
He's being asked to do an awful lot more than Baker Mayfield was.
Baker Mayfield took a 1-31 team to a playoff win.
I like Baker. Let's not get that twisted. I said he's
understand
above
that.
average still.
I understand that.
I'm
but
keeping it a buck with
so
you.
let me ask you a question. What's more impressive? A franchise that hasn't won a playoff game in 26 years, was 1-31 over the next 2 years. They bring in Baker Mayfield.
I get it, but you put it all on the quarterback, and that's not my game. I recognize that the Browns franchise, their overall roster has been better than the Cardinals, and it's not even close.
They had almost the
And
same
that's
roster.
why they're a very good team, and they had an above-average quarterback that did well. And I thought he was going to be better, by the way. I thought Baker would be better than that. I honestly did.
Better.
I thought he'd
This
be
year?
better than above average. And this year, I thought he'd maybe take another leap based on what I saw the
should.
previous
So did
year.
I. And I'm not defending
So I'm
2021.
just telling you, though.
That's why nobody heard me say any crazy shit about
that's
Baker.
that's the worst part about Baker from last year is that his team was very good and he was that bad. That's the part.
But here's the problem.
And he's not even going to start this year as of right now. Although I already said I think there's a chance he starts with the Panthers.
That's a gray area.
But that's important though.
But here's
that's
my
an
thing.
important thing we got to acknowledge here that him and Jimmy are not going to be starting this year in all likelihood.
But you told me in the beginning,
if they were really good, they will be starting.
I understand that. But here's the thing too,
especially on a playoff team.
And you told me this too. You said that at the beginning of the year, if you put Kyler Murray on those same Browns, that they would be on paper as good as the Chiefs. You told me that.
Yeah.
I don't understand. But my problem is,
you want to know why? Because the Chiefs roster isn't very complete. Now, I would argue yes. But at the time, though, the Chiefs didn't have a defense like the Browns. And the Browns have the best run game in football and arguably the best offensive line.
That's fair.
And at the time, the Chiefs didn't have that either. And they went out and they drafted an offensive line that did wind up being in the top 3. But at the time, though, the Browns roster around their quarterback was better than the roster around the Chiefs. The Chiefs just happen to have 3-4 elite guys that actually can carry you.
I mean, I don't
That's
understand Odell Beckham, David Njoku, and Donovan Peoples-Jones being on par with Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce,
but you're dismissing the whole rest of the roster, though.
No, I'm not.
See, that's the thing is the Chiefs don't run the football. The Browns had the best run game in football, surrounding a quarterback who should be able to make throws when the run game is fucking dialed in. He should be able to make throws.
And he was
missing.
And he wasn't healthy.
Yeah, but everyone's not healthy. And it was his non-throwing shoulder. Kurt Warner had his, I referenced this all year.
But
he had his best season with an injury.
And that was Kurt Warner. He's one of the best quarterbacks ever.
But he wasn't at one point. And this is like when his career was in a tailspin.
Hey, look, it happened.
That's all I'm trying to say.
He was hurt. And all I said was I never came out here and said Baker was an MVP. I just said that he was better than what happened last year.
Yeah, but this is a week-to-week league, and I acknowledge what everyone was saying. Kyler Murray was the betting odds-on favorite to win MVP through 6 weeks.
I understand that, but that's
an acknowledgement. And guess what? The second he fucking fell off, this guy right here was as critical as you, and I'm still doing it right now.
So here's my thing. If you're saying
it's to hold him to the same standard as you, but I can't dismiss everything else that happened before.
So it's a week-to-week league,
body of work.
It's a week-to-week league.
Yes.
So coming off that last time you saw Kyler Murray play, he was mediocre.
I know, but that's just recency. I'm saying you're using my week-to-week thing as I'm saying recency. No, I'm saying, though, at the time he was arguably the MVP in the league. That's all that was being said there.
Yeah.
But you can't dismiss, especially this whole segment. Like, for me, the key thing for me is I can't dismiss the whole body of work. That's why I said Carson Wentz was very good, because he had 2 excruciating weeks to last year, but I can't ignore everything else he did to put the team in a position to win.
Absolutely, but here's the thing. When you start 7-0, brother,
I'm here with you.
You're a third of the way through the season.
I was very disappointed to see that from him.
That's unforgivable.
And you're going to see that. You're going to see that reflected in how I look at the Cardinals this year, because honestly, this is a team that I think might be on the downswing, and part of it is because the quarterback's play dropped in the second half of the season.
And that's all. And
that's a big part of it. But also, I do have to keep it a buck and say this guy can do a hell of a lot more than the guys we just referenced, and he's asked to do a hell of a lot more. And he didn't have a coach that put him in the right positions like Baker.
Let me ask you a question.
Jimmy especially.
Who can do more, Carson Wentz or Tom Brady?
Tom Brady.
No, Carson Wentz, because he can run. All right, let me not go to that extreme. Carson Wentz or Dak Prescott? Who can do more? Carson Wentz. Who's better?
I don't know about that anymore. I don't know. I would say they're even. I always kind of thought that. I thought Carson Wentz was better than him, but he's not anymore. It's more like ability-wise, I think Carson had a little bit more to him when he was in his prime. I think Carson was better.
You're saying projection-wise.
I think that Carson had more ability at the time. But now it's kind of leveled out a little bit.
In my opinion with shit, it's like you can be an elite talent and an average player. Like I said, Aaron Rodgers, elite talent, but he's a great quarterback because for 12 years, he hasn't done shit in the playoffs. You are that guy. You are that good, and you can't get it done when it matters. That matters to me.
Yeah, but if he does it again this year, I completely understand.
Bro, he didn't win with Devontae Adams. He ain't doing shit.
You're talking about the Packers right now. Who are we talking about?
I was referencing Aaron Rodgers. Were you talking about Kyler? I apologize.
Yeah, Kyler.
Yeah.
If he does it again this year, I'm right there with you because year 4 as a QB, there's no excuse.
Sure.
This is like 4th year in college, 4th year in high school.
Well,
it's graduation year.
In 6 months, I look forward to having a nice meal with you and laughing because I was right.
You might be. I might be laughing with you.
I guarantee.
I love quarterbacks. That's my thing.
I'm telling you, I'm right.
I'm a quarterback guy.
I am right about Kyler Murray.
And listen,
and he's too small.
That's a big problem for him. But I'm telling you right now, if he does it again, if he does this whole shit that he did the last 2 years, the second half collapses, he might be on a new team.
Well, no,
I don't think they're going.
I think he's getting extended.
But I'm just telling you, I'm keeping it real here.
For the Cardinals, they should not give him.
They're burying themselves.
They absolutely are. They should give him one more year to see where you can go. If he is that guy, if he's that guy, you're going to the playoffs.
But that's the thing, though, is look at upcoming quarterbacks in the draft, previous quarterbacks in the last 2 drafts. You're hard pressed to find a guy with that talent. That's why teams gamble on these guys.
But this is what I'm talking about.
He's not with a great franchise, but he has turned this franchise around. That's all on him.
I don't understand what he turned around, though. They don't have a playoff win in 4 years.
They weren't even competitive. They were awful. But they might have been the worst team in the league
they've
when
only
they
been
got
to 1
drafted.
playoffs, and that was this year. So excluding this year.
So year 3, this is a progression. Is year 2 he got better than year 1. Year 3 he got better than year 2. Now let's see. Can you keep it up?
But to me, I don't really see
where he
got better.
So for right now, I would like to see him win a playoff game. I would like to see him win a playoff game this year. That's the progression. You made the playoffs. I'm not going to hold you to division, but you need to probably go out and win a playoff game to silence people.
Or at least get to the playoffs and play well
throughout.
And look
if
like
he does that, I'm willing to accept it too.
Look like you belong. Don't go out there and look like that.
I'm willing to accept that if he goes out and plays well the whole season. Just give me a better second half. But like literally last year, like we talk about injury, right? And his entire game changed when he got hurt too. I wasn't making excuses for him. I just said he played like ass.
Through like Baker.
He did though. He came back.
He took 3 weeks off.
His team held him out though for 2 of the weeks.
I don't know. He looked a little soft to me.
I'm just telling you what was said.
His pretty little ankle.
And don't forget, the season is all about moments too. Like the moment that changed everything for him, and that team fell off the fucking. They literally just fell the fuck off.
Whoa, bullshit!
Against the Packers,
came in there and was cooked.
That's when it changed. The whole season changed.
Colt McCoy came in there and put a number on.
I'm not gonna say that. They went out. Their whole season changed in that very moment. If they win that Packers game, the whole season could be different. That was everything,
Look,
we know it. You got to at least concede that.
I will actually concede that.
You have to because
those are galvanizing team.
It's major. That was it. That's like the prove it moment right there. In prime time, he drives the team all the way 99 yards down the field to hit a veteran receiver in the back. It was a perfect throw, and he didn't turn around. And guess what? He got hurt in that game.
Yep.
Team loses the game. Team fucking falls off. Didn't have the experience. He wasn't a good leader. Give you that too, for sure.
Absolutely.
And Cliff Kingsbury's not a good coach, which we all agree with, I think.
I've never been saying
You and I have been saying that. But I'm just saying, there's a reason these things happen. But again, we'll see what's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to be able to say the same about Baker and Jimmy because I don't know if they're going to be playing.
Well, yeah, that's
the problem.
I don't even know where to go with that situation.
And that's why I have to at least say, like, he's better than them. And Kirk is definitely better than them. That's the part I was pointing out.
Nah, see, Kirk Cousins, I don't like.
Because you have them winning the division over the Packers. I have to remind you,
I don't believe.
That's a big fucking deal, and you can change that still.
No,
you have time.
No, I'm 10 toes down.
We have to. We make the
10
official
toes down.
predictions.
10 toes down. I'm egoless.
Because you can't. Because Kirk Cousins, if he plays average, they're not doing it. I promise you that. He can't be average.
Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator and Kevin O'Connell. He's coming there. I just saw what he did for Matt Stafford and the Rams. I like him. Kirk Cousins puts up gaudy numbers. They just don't equate to winning.
But Matt Stafford was
I like Kirk Cousins.
Borderline elite prior to that. He had a Hall of Fame kind of resume getting over to the Rams. Like, that's the difference.
I wouldn't say he was borderline elite. That's
Yeah.
borderline. So you think that when he was in Detroit, he was a top 10 quarterback?
He played like an elite quarterback, but didn't produce enough.
Well, but you're down by 40, you're going to throw for 500 yards a fucking game.
Fair, but he proved his point. He proved that when he went to
But that's why I said he played.
I know.
He proved himself.
I can see it.
So that's why I say he played at that level, but he wasn't an elite quarterback for me. He played at the level, but he wasn't elite.
Yeah. I got you.
See what I'm saying?
Way to end off the two.
But
Yeah,
Kirk, though,
I just-
but this is what I'm saying. Like, Kirk can't. He has to be better than average.
Nah, I fuck with Kirk.
I mean, if he plays the way you think he will,
What did I have Kirk at? Above average?
you have him as average.
Average.
That's what I
got
had
him
to
as very
raise.
good.
I had to
I
raise
think he's a
that
very good
point.
quarterback.
Kirk, yeah.
He has to probably be very good for them to win the division.
I think, honestly, bro, I'm really down on the Packers, dude. I really am.
And there's still
I think-
time.
I know. I think Devontae
They might make more moves.
I think Devontae is a bigger loss than people are giving credit for.
He's a
and
huge loss.
I think that Aaron Rodgers' body language when he goes down by a field goal was poor, and let him hit somebody in the breadbasket and them drop it. That stuff
Well,
matters.
you
with
know
him,
what
dude.
else too? The Packers didn't improve their unit the way that the Chiefs did, trying to replace Tyreek Hill. At
I'm
least
actually-
they got a number of receivers there.
And you still got Andy Reid. and
They're not Tyreek Hill,
No.
but they at least have
Something.
there.
Yeah, I agree.
The
They have-
Packers are hitching the wagons on
Travis Kelce,
Christian
bro.
They have-
Watson.
formidable wide receivers. This dude is throwing to Alan Lazard, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Like if Christian Watson is a boom, then it could work out. But you're literally hitching that entire group on him, and that is my concern with the team.
Yeah, the Packers.
I still think they're going to go out and get a veteran. That's my
I
thing.
might fuck around and draft fucking Lazard.
He's going to get a lot of
Fantasy.
catches.
I'm taking Aaron Jones. He's gonna
Yeah,
get the
you
ball
should
800
invest in
times
the
a game.
run game.
Factuals. Well, he's their best receiver, so and he can catch. So I'll take him. out of
I
the
probably
backfield.
won't even argue that, honestly. So there you have it. I mean,
like that.
this is what we do here. We
What a
do
way to
this
go
here
out.
at P&I. We had to do this because we're off for 2 weeks. It was worth
sad.
it.
I'm sad about it though.
Yeah, but when we come back, we're dialed the fuck in the NFL.
All right, take it away.
All
'cause
right.
I'm hungry as shit.
Me too.
Philly Phil,
We got our fucking
Dude.
wings and sticks and
yes sir,
fries
yes
at
sir.
this point.
All right, and I think, yep, nothing crazy has happened in the draft.
Only the first.
I see that
overall pick.
Kemba got traded
To who?
to the Pistons. It just happened 5 minutes ago. Kemba Walker is now a Piston. So the Knicks are obviously trying to create some room. That's really it. There hasn't been anything going on. I've been checking this the whole show. So,
Major.
all right. Everybody good. Otherwise, I got to remind the audience again that we are off next week. So there's no shows next week, and there's no shows the following week. P&I is going on vacation. P&I is starting year 2 when we return. We will keep you posted on the dates, obviously, and we'll be back to normal schedule, okay? Lastly, contact us if you want merch. We already told you, gray and black, short sleeve tees, long sleeve tees. So I got the long sleeve on. Phil, show the other side of the table. All right, they're sporting the short sleeves. We got tanks for the summer. We got hoodies. We even have personalized white mugs, okay? Reach out to us via DM if you are interested, and we will give you the pricing, and we will certainly hook you up, okay? I think that's everything there. So, P&I, episode 89 was brought to you by Prize Picks, your home for daily fantasy sports. New players who sign up today using our promo code ICONIC receive 100% is deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy. Last but not least, we were live at propshq.com, the Props Network. Go over there and subscribe to our show. Keep up with everything going on with P&I. Nick Theories, take it away.
I gotta be honest with you guys, man. That was some god level potting.
Yeah.
The last like 20 minutes, I was sitting back. I ain't say shit. I was just admiring your guys' work. I love watching you guys work. Pause.
Pause.
You guys are elite at what you do. Fuck the rankings. You ain't mediocre, not above average. You're fucking elite.
We know where
Don't
we
forget
stand.
that. Don't ever forget that. You're all fucking
We're elite level here.
Exactly. So it's been a great fucking first year with you guys, man. It's been fucking a dream come true. Fucking thank you for to our fans, our audience, Philly Phil, who comes here every fucking week in and week out, and fucking, you know,
Behind the glass.
exactly, man, does it for us. Like, we appreciate that. I appreciate you guys coming here in the studio and fucking kicking it and potting and putting on some good ass shows for the audience. It's been a fun year, man, and I'm looking forward to some more memories. So
Yeah, I think the way we'll start off when we get back is we'll rehash some memories. Favorite memories of year 1.
yeah,
That was my plan, at least. So
it's been a dream come true.
So
man.
year 1 is ending. We're celebrating P&I's birthday on Saturday. Also, Nick Theories.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be turning 30. I'm not ashamed of that.
Yeah, happy birthday
30
in
hours.
advance to Nick Theories.
I'm not
Happy birthday
ashamed.
to P&I.
Yeah.
That's a good way to end.
Yeah.
Do your shit.
This way.
We know what you got to
Yeah, I
do.
know.
And we'll reminisce a little bit when we get back.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments throughout the entire year of rocking with us. If you guys haven't done so already, I don't know what the hell you've been waiting for. It's been a year already. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. We are also available on propshq.com, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Megaphone, Stitcher.
And all that other shit.
Also, follow us on all of our socials, including Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks at P&I. We'll miss you guys. Thank you.